up, and Colin has a nice strong run upfield.
Well, that was the fake of the fly and then the pitch. Now, that's not an option play. Sometimes the quarterback will go ahead and fake a dive, but in this case, he just pitches the ball.
Handoff this time on the dive right up the middle as they look to get that first down.
Very
and
close.
I think they do.
And this is that fly action. So, you fake to one man, the man in motion, you give it to one of the halfbacks, and that can also be a counter play. So they did pick up the first. So 1st and 10, right around the 45-yard line.
Quick drop and a pass out to the right is complete to number 11, Thomas O'Donnell. Thomas at 6'2", went up and got that one above all Menlo defenders, and it'll move the chains.
Well, it's a nice play. It's going to go ahead and bring up a second down here, and that's a good play action pass. And here's that. And this is just a power.
Another quick run play over the right for Sacred Heart.
Now, in this case, they're motioning, and it kind of brings your defense one way, and then they run back away from the motion. So nice play and another first down.
So far, an effective drive here for Sacred Heart Prep as they're moving the ball downfield. Larson sends a man in motion, and he hands it off to Ojeda, but this one's going to be stopped by the officials.
Now, that's the fly on the principle, and we've seen this in a couple of previous games, but the fly is the man goes in motion. They try to give him the ball. If they give it to him, he's trying to run to the corner or the sideline and outrun the defense. Obviously, the play off that is a fake, and then the counters, and then there's a pass off of that. And
now,
here's the
play
pass.
action pass over the middle is incomplete as he tried to hit his tight end coming across the middle.
Nice job on the defense. Again, we get our, I think that was Brad Eckers with his hands up, but good pass rush. Nice job.
And they give it to Ojeda this time on the sweep. Ojeda was the player who brought the kickback for a touchdown, so we've seen his speed today, but Menlo does a nice job in pursuit.
And that's one of the things that you want out of your flyback. You want somebody who's very fast that can get to the sideline and, again, outrace the defense and get up the field.
3rd and long. Pass down the left side is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage all the way down. It looked like man-to-man coverage and at least 3 or 4 Knights there. And that was going to be a very, very tough catch if indeed it was made. But nice coverage.
And they will go for it here on 4th and long. Looking down the right side, throwing to the right side, and that is incomplete. Knocked down by Jordan Williams.
Made a nice play there because, again, it's kind of a basketball play where you're trying to screen the defender off and outleap the defensive man. And a good job by Jordan. He gets up there and gets a hand in, knocks it down, so Menlo takes over.
Menlo will take over. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, and a quick pass out to the right is complete to Jack Suter. And Jack is past the 40-yard line, so Menlo looking to pick up on some momentum after stopping Sacred Heart on 4th down. Tie ball game here in the 2nd quarter.
Good timing pattern there, so brings up a first, gives them a little breathing room out almost on the 41-yard line.
Wickers rolling out and throwing, and it's complete to Anderson, and Anderson is inside Sacred Heart territory, so that was very close to being an interception, and it turned out to be a big play for Menlo.
Well, I think in this case, you don't see that underneath man, that linebacker coming by, and the ball was perfectly thrown, because if it weren't, it might have been a touchdown the other way.
So we saw it developing from here, and it was a scary situation. I'm sure it wasn't fun for Wickers either as he saw the man streaking across.
Quick screen.
As now a screen is hit to Mariama, and Mariama is inside the 40 down to the 35 before Sacred Heart gets there to take him down close to the marker.
Well, a couple of nice first downs here. That's, I think, 3 in a row, Casey, when Menlo was backed up near their own goal line, and now 3 straight passes for 10 yards or more in each one. So nice job. Whoop, no, that was only 9 yards on that one, sorry.
It is 2nd and short, pretty close to that first down marker.
Right.
They go shotgun, and a pass out to the right is incomplete, intended for Suter at about the 28. Would have been enough for a first, but it'll be 3rd and 1.
Well, it looks like Menlo is, throwing the ball both right and left equally as well, and trying to move the ball down the field. They need the short yardage here, short pickup. Let's see if they get it.
And they give it to Tupou.
And they do.
And correction, that's Jordan Williams out of the backfield, and Jordan dances his way inside the 30.
But they do get that first down, and that was a nice play there. So they keep the drive going, keep the chains moving, and keep the ball.
So Menlo moving the ball down the field here against Sacred Heart. Both teams have moved the ball effectively here in this first half. As
nice
he hits
play.
Suter, he sheds a tackle inside the 20 down to the 15. Jack Suter has had some big catches on this drive, another first down.
Well, he catches it, and he anticipates this defender coming, makes it look like he's going outside, and a real nice fake there up the field for additional yardage, about an additional 4 or 5 yards, and good collapsing defense by the secondary of the Gators.
First and 10 again for Menlo at the 15. Ford in motion. Wickers from the gun. He hands it off to Williams. Williams dances, tries to get past the line of scrimmage, but he's going to go down right about the line of scrimmage.
Well, that closed quickly as the linebackers made the read here. They could see that the ball was given inside, and then Jordan really had nowhere to run. So that's going to bring up a second and about 10.
Wickers from the gun. He's rolling. Pressure's coming. Now he throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Anderson. Philip Anderson went up and tried to grab it, but it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, when you're sprinting to your right, and as you come closer to that sideline, there's only very few other options. You got to either run for it, throw it out of bounds, or maybe look for your receiver right there to your right side.
Wickers on 3rd down, pumps. Now he's rolling out left, looking to get some blocking. Still has it at the 20, throwing towards the end zone, incomplete as he had John Shanley coming free, but it was just a little bit too high, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he did a nice job of avoiding tacklers and then buying some more time. And usually when that happens, your receivers will run with the quarterback, meaning in the direction that he's going. And in this case, there was an open receiver, but it was just a little out of his reach. So 4th down, and neither team is elected for a field goal here.
They will go for it. 4th and 10. Wickers rolling, now throwing, and it's incomplete into the end zone. 3 defenders covering Cal Mariama in the end zone.
Well, that was a crossing route. You see the underneath person crossing. I don't remember who that was or know who that was. But each defense now has given up yards but no points.
So they bend but do not break, both defenses here on 1st down. The handoff goes to Pedro Robinson. Pedro picks up about 2.
Again, a good defense here. And if Menlo can go ahead and stop them, force the punt, they should get good field position.
Deep drop, and a pass out to the right is, again, throwing it up to that tall receiver on the near side. And Menlo looked like they thought they had come up with a fumble or an interception, but the officials will give it back to Sacred Heart.
Well, it looked like it, I don't know who caught the ball, but it looked like there was certainly possession by either team, and then the referee right there calls it for Sacred Heart. And at the end of it, Menlo comes up with the ball. But he had already made the call and I guess said he was down.
1st and 10 for the
Screen,
Gators.
I think.
And a rolling throw to the left, and that is complete to Ojeda. And Ojeda picks up a couple of yards. It looked like he got a lot more, but the pass was so far into the backfield that he only picked up 2 on the play.
Well, when those linemen came up the field and not blocked, it usually means it's a screen. So he caught the ball probably around 4 or 5 yards, but as you mentioned, Casey, maybe made about a 1-yard gain out of it. So we'll call it, make 2, 2nd and 8.
Time winding down here. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. 7-7 the score. What has been an eventful first half of play, as that pass outright is incomplete.
Well, and because of the time frame, people are trying to get into scoring position and move the ball down the field quickly. That was a good pass rush there, and I think a pretty good job of throwing the ball. A little trickery here.
And they're going to throw it on 3rd down. Now he's going to pull it and run, and he's going to pick up the first down. It looks like still on his feet is Colin Turndrup, and Colin has a first down for Sacred Heart, so he did a nice job.
Well, that was a reverse and then a possible pass with a pitch back, and then receivers are either covered or felt like he could make the necessary yardage. So a good decision. He actually ran out of about 2 tackles, and it's a little pinball machine there bouncing around, and then finally picks up enough yardage for the first down. So the Gators keep their drive going with a first down on about the 48-yard line, I think.
Clock continues to wind, and they will spike it as they set the chains and started the clock with 50 seconds to go. So a man in motion here for Sacred Heart, and now pressure coming, and the ball is loose. Sacred Heart has picked it back up, and now Pedro Robinson is trying to make something out of nothing as he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, about the 48-yard line.
That was amazing because the ball was either stripped or knocked down. It looked like Ryan might have picked that up, Snazzy, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, Pedro picks it up and makes plus, well, at least yardage out of it. It was about a 6 or 8 yard fumble or a ball down in the backfield. So Gators still with the ball. They'll see if they can go ahead and get something going with very little time left.
Third down and a handoff to the left to Adam Cropper, and Cropper has a first down and more inside the 35-yard line. So Sacred Heart, that's the last two possessions, the last two sets of downs. They have been in dire trouble and have pulled off a big play to move the chains.
Well, the thing that is in Menlo's favor is the clock, naturally. They've made some yardage, but they just, if they can stop them here, I think they can go in a tie.
Here's Cropper again. He's not looking to be stopped.
No.
He's inside the 15, down to the 10. So it'll be 1st and 10, close to the 10-yard line for Sacred Heart Prep.
Well, that's another nice play where the running back has run out of about 2 tackles and cuts back against the grain all the way across the field, and retains possession and picks up a necessary yardage for first downs. And as I said, the only thing that might stop him now is the clock.
They do set the chain, so it is still possible to get a first down. And they hand it off, and over the right side and into the end zone for a touchdown goes Colin Turndrup. A huge drive for Sacred Heart as they got the ball with just over a minute and a half to go, and they move it downfield and take the lead over Menlo.
Well, that really was a nice execution of the offense by because of the time involved by Sacred Heart, and they get the extra point as well. So that was a very quick score and what they needed, and I think it almost surprised Menlo.
Bit of a pooch kick as there's about 10 seconds to go here in this half as Tupou has got it at about the 38-yard line. So we'll see if Menlo tries to take a shot deep downfield.
And that's what they'll have to do. I think there's about 4 seconds left. So
Wickers from the shotgun with 4 receivers, and Williams next to him in the backfield. Look for Jordan Williams possibly here to try and break a big play.
Screen.
As they pass it out left to Mariama. Mariama's got it to the 50, and time will expire here in this first half. So Sacred Heart does a very nice job with little time moving downfield as they will head into the break with the lead here on CCSA. They have a lead over Menlo 14-7. We'll be back with the second half right here on CCSA.
We invite you to take advantage of the snack bar over in the west end zone catered by the
Second half action about ready to get underway as you see the lights taking full effect here at Woodside High School for this rivalry night as Sacred Heart Prep and the Menlo Knights get together for the Valparaiso Bowl, the varsity game to follow this one. But we've got a barn burner here in the Frosh Soft game as the Gators lead this one 14-7. They did a very nice job that final play of the first half, or that final series for them on the first half. We'll see if they can carry that over here in the second half to get the ball to start off.
Well, and we'll see what halftime adjustments each team has made, if any. The offenses have moved the ball up and down the field, but until that last score hadn't really gotten in.
And here's another big kick return again for Sacred Heart. This time it's number 34. That's Turndrup, who's had a very nice game so far, and he's got the Gators in good field position.
Well, that's one of the things I think, as coaches, you would talk about. Hey, we gave up a kickoff return, so let's go ahead and make sure we have good coverage. Maybe we'll squib it. Maybe we'll, whatever. And if Sacred Heart comes right back with a good field position.
And on first down, they give it to Turndrup
breaks a couple
again,
of tackles.
He breaks tackles, as you mentioned, into the secondary for Menlo.
Well, that's the the fake of the fly and running the ball inside, and he runs it through about 3 different tacklers and picks up good yardage. Bring up 2nd and short.
Split backs for the Gators on 2nd down. Ojeda goes in motion, and they hand it off. This time, on the left goes Pedro Robinson. He's got enough for a 1st down, it would appear.
Now